to becoming a bigger and better YouTuber. But I'm glad that I could share my talents with you all as I've seen fit so far. So for this video, it'll be a sketchbook tour. So I know a lot of people were looking forward to that one. A lot of people like to see behind the scenes. So let's get started with that one. I do want to say too, I'll pause it. As an artist, I have not finished many sketchbooks. I don't know, you just buy a sketchbook and you just keep buying them. I think for a while I was trying to search long and very hard for the perfect paper texture. It was, I don't know, I wanted the pencil or pen to drag a little bit. I thought it'd make my pictures come out better. Made them come out a little bit better, but I spent years just buying new sketchbooks. So this is the very first one I've ever actually finished. So we'll keep going. I have a thing. So anybody, rewind that. Anybody who knows me knows that if they lend me their sketchbook for too long, there will be a phallic member drawn. So this one actually isn't mine. I don't think. I think somebody else might have drew it to get back at me because, yeah, this isn't my art. So we keep going. Got that's another thing about being an artist. So many pictures don't get finished. This was supposed to be a Kyrie Irving and Russell Westbrook picture. Those are like my two favorite point guards, but we just never finish them. And so one day, maybe one day. This might be from like 2018. So obviously my skills have gotten way better since then, but we'll go to the next one. Blank page. Another one. Let's get past that. I want to say that this one was from the time I'm supposed to be doing working on somebody's cartoon or something. Yeah, I think that was from that series that it never ended up going anywhere, but I still like the art. I think it was the first time I attempted coloring. I hate it as an artist to color. I hated it so much. Because I spent so much time doing cross hatching and sketching and etching. I felt like coloring would take away from my attention to detail. So this one was a little bit iffy. I like to use my sketchbook. So this was actually for an art class. I took a BS art class a couple years ago because I just needed to take another class, going to school for mechanical engineering. And I think I was running out of classes to take, so I was like, well, let me take an art class. It'll be an easy A. And I got in there and realized that I didn't take anything seriously. My teacher got mad after a while. I was just like, bruh. It was a white lady. She's like, bruh, you need to do better. So I ended up with a C. But so this one is sketching out ideas for the final project, I believe. We had to work with like shapes or something. And first idea obviously was coffee with a meteor shower, and then it was a box, so an explosion, to show shapes and dimensions and whatnot. And then the third one, Rubik's Cube, and then I just went with the second idea. Got an A. I'm pretty sure she hung up my stuff and made sweet love to her husband looking at my picture. Just words. This is somebody's nail salon slash like spa that they wanted. This is just rough sketch. This right here, another picture I still need to finish. Rihanna. She is supposed to be like a whole, I believe it was a carnival. I think that's what they call it. It was a whole carnival thing that was supposed to be behind. I just don't finish stuff. But it looks incredible. And I keep the paper towel over it just to, any artist knows, just to protect the also the pencil doesn't smear, so the graphite doesn't smear. And it's actually kept up for that. When I say that was maybe 2-3 years ago, so it's definitely kept up. Just use any old napkin. There's a producer, female producer, I seen at a girls or ladies in hip hop event or something one night, and it was interesting. I got her information from the flyer, followed her on Instagram, and I guess she seen that I had followed her, went to my page, was like, man, your artwork is dope. And I was like, that's crazy, because I followed you because I was at the event last night, and you're producing is crazy. So I Rule I, shout out to her. We have a very interesting relationship right now. It's just an artist and creator, and producer respecting another artist and creator. Her stuff is dope. You should check it out. I think it's the letter I, Rule I, all one word on Instagram. This was her logo. Again, putting a napkin on it just to preserve it. So this was further quick sketch for that nail salon that the person wanted me to do. This was a series guy I went to high school with wanted animals with buffs on. In Detroit, it's common for people don't want to put buffs on everything, so for a while it was crazy. Back to back, I was getting like other DMs, and every other DM was somebody who wanted to put buffs, Cartier glasses on animals, because it's like it would sell. So that's what this was, my attempt at figuring out how to make it look decent. Shout out to Michael Jordan. That's who this is. This is one of the coldest pictures. I'm also a big fan of the Jordan 5s, so I definitely had to draw it. That's all pen. I had to learn how to draw in pen, because I worked for the police department at one point, and I would work overnight. And while I'm sitting there trying to figure out what I'm doing, I was like, I got free time, so I want to draw. Didn't have any pencils, so it was a need-based thing, and it worked out perfectly the way it was supposed to, because I figured out what different pens I could use, and it's like, okay, well, now there's an opportunity for me to mess up. So in the mess up, I figured out how to make it look intentional, and it worked out. Another one where he wanted the buffs to be drawn on an animal. It's a wolf. I did that one. It's about 3 years ago now. Same thing. This one was a quick sketch I did for Facebook Live. It says, I think it says right there. Yep, September 24th, 2018. Just got on live one day, and it was actually pretty interesting. Everything is pretty interesting. I could talk forever, but I was recording all my desks, even this desk right here, my main desk. All of them are see-through. My easel, same thing as glass. And I totally forgot I wasn't wearing I might have been wearing underwear, and I'm pretty sure everybody who saw that live saw my print. So yeah, it's another random quick sketch. I wanted to see if I could draw denim. Went over pretty well. Another empty page. Kimbo Slice, rest in peace, Kimbo Slice. Another pen sketch. Like I said, just making sure that the mess ups look intentional. So this is my cousin. He wanted a logo Yeah, it wasn't an album cover. He's a rapper. You should go check him out. Rontae, Rontae, from Detroit, another just brilliant Detroit artist. And I was just messing around. I got his likeness, and wanted to see if that's what he wanted his logo to be. 2 Chainz. This was actually around the time period I was obsessed with. I'm not a sneakerhead, but I can appreciate good looking shoes. And 2 Chainz came out with the chain reaction. So I did, 2 Chainz in the fur coat with the chain reactions. And again, didn't finish it. Got to a decent point and stopped. I was working with angles, so I wanted to make it look like a camera was up under a glass table and the person on top was on that table. This also is terrible choice of hand gesture, but just wanted to make sure I wanted to make it look like a person was on top of a glass table and on top of the camera lens. So that was just that kind of quick sketch. Another napkin, so it must be some pencil sketch. Yes, my roommate. He's gonna kill me. I was supposed to finish this picture like 2-3 years ago, and you get to a point where it's like, oh, it's brilliant, it's classic, and you know that you become really anxious, and you're like, I really want to finish this picture because I'm excited about the progress that I made. I really want to get to the end, and I'll rush and just mess up all the progress that I made. So I stopped and never got back to it. You can kill me later. But yeah, again, a napkin over it to preserve the graphiteness of whatnot. I use a lot of my sketchbooks here for actual notes. So for future pictures, I'll just write out what I want to see. Or I think for this time period, yep. So that right there was an entertainment company I was a part of. Still in the making. Shout out to my homie, my brother Dan. This was notes for, I want to say, a series. It was 2 things. It was a series that we were creating within entertainment company, but then also working on the entertainment company, figuring out the what we are, the why we exist, the who, what, when, where, hows. So I try to write everything down and have notes. I was obsessed around this time period. Was this around the time? I think this is around the time Love, Death, Robots came out. And I, for the longest, have been obsessed with mech parts, and I wanted to be able to draw them. And I could never figure it out. I could never draw a mech body part freehand. So this was my attempt at doing freehand. So it came out pretty decent. Didn't finish. Tree. This was one of the stories for Stupid As I Look. Tree spirits. I think that's where we were going with that, but I won't talk about that. The story still may come out one day. Moving on, more notes for creation. Just another quick sketch. I was obsessed with buildings and the shape and the dimensions around this time period, so I think I just fast forwarded by a whole lot. Yeah, there we go. There we go. These apples are tricky. Random guy one. This is funny. This one is actually finished. Random guy. This is 2019. Okay. Head twisted. Leg missing. So yeah, this one is foot missing. Shout out Kunta. This is yeah. This was gonna be another character in that story. Again, I won't talk about it too much because that story has yet to come out. It's still, this was a possible cover for that story about the tree spirits. The leaves and the bushy part forms a heart. So, yeah, some kind of way you gotta tie love in there so you can advertise to chicks and people who cried watching Bridge Terabithia. Not me. This is one of the potential characters. This is a potential character design. I don't know if we decided to stick with it. I don't think we had anything permanent. This was another design for one of the spirits or one of the gods. That might have been it. When the gods crossed, I can't talk about it. I cannot talk about it. I did this, a very brief, very quick sketch for a potential house setup for me. I want to do a shipping container house, so I forgot I even did that. This is another concept for one of the things that I won't talk about. Another one. Just a quick sketch for the layout panels for the book. Just wanted to draw a boat. I'm pretty sure with this, that's what this is. It's just me drawing a boat. So, that might have been a potential character design, but it might have been for the other half, not the actual tree spirits. I gotta reread some of my notes, but I know I'm gonna have to reread it. This was definitely potential designs, just quick, very rough ideas, just to get the juices flowing and for panel layout. Just trying to stay ahead of the curve. This is somebody's design they wanted for a shirt, one of my homies. Just real brief. This is so this is very dope. Oh man, look at my fingers in this image. Like I just gave it a happy ending to an elephant. This is a part of the Blue Collar series. I have a series called the Blue Collar series that I've been doing. This is 2019. I still haven't finished it. I took long breaks. I think they were necessary because my talent level is finally caught up with my imagination. So I think I think they were necessary. I finally did another piece. So this one is called Dance of the Ratcatcher. I'm also a lover of music. So I have, each picture has a theme, and I found a way to present it on Instagram to where every image has a certain song. So yeah, this one was just like my character. I have a alter ego. His name is Earl, EARL. It's an acronym, and he's a janitor in this piece, and he's just listening to music in a school hallway, and there are other mics in the background. The finished picture is on my Instagram. You should go check that out. But yeah, this was the very first. This was before I even thought of the idea to do a full series. I just wanted to draw Earl in a very interesting space. This is another character. from the cartoon slash novel slash graphic novel that we won't talk about. Second installment. And what did I just had the name of it, Blue Collar series. So I think this is when I decided to name it the Blue Collar series. So the first one was a janitor, this one is a nurse. This one was called Urgent Care Compromise. So my roommate brought over his homie, and she was in scrubs from working either the night before or she was going to work, I don't know, whatever, but she was like, oh, I want a picture, I want you to draw me. And I was like, bet. I want to draw a chick and scrubs who's also fighting, and that blossomed to this idea of the Urgent Care Compromise. So she's like warding off these spirits that came to attack the urgent care. Like I said, just some blue collar activities. That picture is also on my Instagram. Then we might have, no, this is my cousin's logo. It's a dog lover. I knew I had to give him back. The childish shout out to Ricky though, Boo's Barbecue. If you're in the city of Detroit, and if you're in the suburbs, if you're in Michigan, check out Boo's Barbecue. I'll be doing a special video with him pretty soon. Been barbecuing since, how old am I, 26, so maybe 90, 96, 97. But he wanted a logo and he loves dogs, so I was like, well, the dog can be salivating and it can showcase his face on it. It came out pretty decent. The finished product, actually the finished product might be on, actually I may have, before we get, that's the third installment for the Blue Collar series. We go back to him. I might have the finished picture. I think I keep it in my wallet to, yeah, there we go. Finished image, Boo's Barbecue. I like to keep my stuff close because it's funny, you do so much stuff you kind of forget about certain pictures and certain projects that you've been a part of, so it's kind of dope. Moving forward, right here, third installment in the Blue Collar series. I was in the news. There's been a lot of talks about racial injustice in terms of everything, really. So I don't know what happened around this time, but working at the police department, you find out that officers are just people. So I can't judge you on based on the mistakes of all your other brothers and sisters in under the shield. But there are some people who in real life were powerless. They had no voice. And then they went to the academy and you gave them a badge and a gun and a license to be superior. So they take advantage of it. So that idea always exists. It's unfortunate when they get over into the police world and they take advantage of their position. So this one was called, just like when an officer dies, they all wear this little tag on their shield, or it's always on their Facebook page. It's the thin blue line. It's like the insignia for police in America. So this one was called Thin Blue Night. And it was this police officer on a random street, got 5 black dudes at gunpoint, and this symbiote-like thing comes out of the sewer drain and starts crawling up his leg. So that finished picture is on my social media too. It was pretty incredible, and it's amazing how it's still relevant. And I mean, it won't go anywhere. It'll still be relevant for years to come. So that was pretty cool. So we're at the 2-minute mark, almost done. More panels actually I should probably fast forward that. More panels and more ideas for that story that I can't really talk about. Boom. Self-portrait. I have drawn many a self-portrait. So I'm incredible. Why not? I like looking at me. I'm also the easiest thing for me to draw because I see me every day. But no, this was supposed to be a gift for my brother. Christmas? Birthday? I don't know. He wanted a family portrait, and I was going to FedEx is my best friend. I was just going to have it Photoshop all of us in the image. Never gave it to him, which is kind of a trend because I painted him and his wife and his kid, and still didn't give it to him. So it's the one brother who was actually 4. This is my youngest, and then my mother. I was rushing, so should probably be pissed at how that turned out. And then for a while I used my sketchbook as notes for class. So we got biology, we got calc here. A bunch of calc. I doodle on another doodle. Every single assignment I've ever turned in, all notes, you get a doodle. More notes. This is actually probably how functions. It's probably how I filled up this sketchbook. I looked up one day and it was done. So hopefully I can continue. And I have more sketchbooks to do another one of these like series. So here we go, back to art. If you like this one and you want another sketchbook tour, let me know. I got sketchbooks, just random doodles. This was a logo for, if you've seen any of my other material, my podcast, or anything, I don't know why I keep calling these people the Good Girls Podcast. My girl is gonna kill me, but I can't. The Puffs and PJs. They are called Puffs and PJs, and they are on the Anchor app exclusively. You should go check them out. They have pretty dope content. I'm featured on a decent amount of episodes. But they wanted a logo. That finished product might be on my Instagram as well. It might be. Yeah. Puffs and PJs podcast. One of my good friends started a podcast here. What was it called? The Necessary Gentleman? I don't know, man. I be a part of so much stuff. It all runs and ties in together, but he had a podcast and he wanted me to. He's a big fan of, what team is that in California that has, actually, I want to say California's animal is a bear, so that might be it. But he's a big fan of everything California. So he wanted a bear, but he's also is it the Unspoken Brother? He gonna kill me too, but I have no idea what the name of that podcast was. Yeah, I don't know, but the Opinionated Brother. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. The Opinionated Brother podcast. I think that one might have been on all platforms, but he wanted a bear and he wanted a Malcolm X hoodie to make him like a real person. As you can see here, I butchered the first sketch. It was the arms. You wanted to make it look all bulky. I fixed it. I got you. And then he wanted to make it look similar to him, so I threw the Ray-Bans on him. Cool. This was family portrait that went nowhere. Apparently my work isn't what they were looking for, which is fine. I just like having new relationships. So I got a got a picture and I got content for you people. This is a logo I did for an old classmate. You can see that's how it actually looked. This right here is how it looked at first. So I like the graffiti type angle. So that one is not on my Instagram, but I finished it. It looked incredible, colored, everything. We wanted an 80s type look. And then we get to the end. So thank you for sticking with me. Appreciate you all for supporting thus far. If you want another sketchbook tour, let me know. If you want, I don't know, me to explain my process, and to do a live viewing, let me know that too. Follow the Instagram, Chucks and Late Nights. Yeah.